Okay, trying to keep an eye on time. This is the fourth installment. I've spoken about the pervasive bad attitude. I've spoken about the abuse of services. I've spoken about the corruption in government that helps illegal immigrants, the moral obligation of the people of Mexico to respect the borders of the United States of America. Now politics. Why did George Bush in 2006, a Republican president who had a lot of support from conservatives, choose to pursue a road of immigration reform? Politics. Is that plain and simple? In Reagan's time, I don't know if you remember Reagan's immigration reform. Republicans figured out that they were going to have to start marketing themselves to Hispanics, to Latinos, in order to continue to win elections. Uh, I have a very simple word. I didn't make it up. I've heard it. I think it fits. For me, it's nothing more than pandering to a special interest. Let's say there's a person in my neighborhood who is an expert mechanic, best mechanic in the world, has a lot of free time on his hands, now and then will help out his neighbors with their cars. They won't charge him anything. Great guy. Most people would say that's a great guy. However, this individual dedicates himself to selling drugs. That's why he's got so much free time on his hands. A person like myself would say, I'm sorry, even though his services are free, even though he's the greatest mechanic on the planet, I'm not going to have anything to do with that person because of that lack of morality and lack of personal ethics. When you have political entanglements with the Hispanic special interest groups, you're dealing with groups who don't care about the big picture. The big picture being the success of the United States of America. All they care about is their politics. Now, so there's people who are sincere in politics, there's got to be. But in my opinion, you have to be more intellectual than emotional. An intellectual person sees the reality of limited resources and of the need to set priorities because of those limited resources and the need to not be a facilitator of dependency and weakness. We have the ability to adapt to many different conditions and environments. We can, be mechanics, lawyers, doctors, gardeners, taxi drivers, security guards, you name it. We have the ability to adapt to many different circumstances. We don't necessarily have to go to the criminals of the world to succeed. Government can make you weak. Government can feed your head full of nonsense ideas that'll pursuing life, keep you from pursuing life, and will convince you that it's just so bad that you cannot do it on your own. That has been the job of the liberals since there has been liberals. Why would a group of politicians want to kill your spirit? Why would they want to rob you from your own personal confidence? Well, maybe so they can come in and say, here we are to save you. The founding fathers of the United States of America, in their infinite wisdom, knew what system they created, and they created a system that would allow freedom and opportunity to those who were willing to pursue freedom and opportunity. Those people who were willing to wake up in the morning and go to work, or wake up at whatever time of the day and go to work. We have created a culture of some very bad attitudes. And it's hard to get people to understand why freedom and capitalism need each other. Freedom and socialism don't need each other. They're polar opposites. They'll always be in direct conflict. But when you have true freedom to choose any career, any business pursuit, any business interest, no one can limit you. When you don't believe in yourself, when you don't have any personal confidence, you're automatically limited and you're stuck to the government. Government doesn't give you enough. Go visit people who are on government assistance and you'll see they barely have enough to make it. And they're so stuck that they cannot pursue a college degree, they cannot get financing for a small business. They're even, let's just say they won the lottery and they got the money and they got the business idea. Their personal psychology has been so beat down by the liberals that they wouldn't even know how to succeed as a business person with financial resources to run a business. We need to understand that. It's not about government coming to our assistance in hard times. It's not about a group of people telling another group of people what morality they should have. It's about how freedom as a concept, as a tangible property, offers humanity more than being imprisoned by government dependency. I did study psychology and I tried to work in the profession, the mental health profession. And there are people who would love to be free of their drug addiction. They're just not strong enough. Their culture, their friends, or even their family members. There are parents who have brought their children into the drug culture. Everybody has beat their confidence down. They have worked on their psychology. They're no longer strong enough to stand on their own feet. And right now in America, a lot of people who have had their confidence destroyed don't believe in themselves and are clinging to government just so they don't fail, so they don't end up homeless, so they don't have to face hunger. But the reality is, even in these economic times, even in these economic challenges, the resources exist for people who are willing to stand up and try again.